What's going on all my cartoon and movie lovers? My name's JC from Jacey Flicks. Welcome to my channel, and today we will be reviewing the first season of Blue Eye Samurai. We're going to talk a little bit about it. Did I like it? My thoughts on it, my reactions. Is it hot or is it not? Should you check it out or should you not? All right. So before I do get started, you guys, please know that this will be a spoiler-free review on Blue Eye Samurai on the whole first season. And also, please do make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on videos I'm always uploading, new reviews, all those things, all right? So, Blue Eye Samurai takes place in an era when Japan's borders were closed to the outside world, so citizens would never see a face that wasn't Japanese, except in rare cases of illegal trade. Because of Mizu's inherited blue eyes, she's treated as if she's quote-unquote less human or even monstrous, all right? Mizu is our main character of this story, and as a woman, she wouldn't be allowed to pursue her enemies. So she disguises herself as a man, ready to inflict her justice by whatever means necessary. All right, guys, that's a brief plot, a brief synopsis of this show, but let's get into my thoughts, my reactions, what I thought about this show. I just finished it yesterday. It is about 8 episodes on Netflix. And before I do also go into my positives as well as the negatives, please know that it is for mature audiences and for adults. There is a lot of gore, a lot of violence, as well as some sex scenes that kind of surprised me in there. I didn't think that was going to be in there, as well as some nudity. All right, so please be warned. All right, so Blue Eye Samurai is a gem, you guys, that not only hooks you to your screen, but also crafts its characters with meticulous detail, leaving no room for dull moments. Unapologetically bold in its action sequences, and not shy about exploring the grittier side of storytelling, including that of Japan around the 1600s. The show is a roller coaster ride and has some addictive drama, all right? I wasn't really expecting that much drama to be in the show. I thought it was just going to be more about action, violence, all those things. Kind of reminded me that of an anime. The animation, though, is not in anime. It's not in Japanese. It's all American English, but has really standout moments with its action sequences with the animation. Now, the voice acting is a standout feature with it. I will go over some of the actors a little bit later after my positives, but it really draws you into the narrative right from the start. From the first episode, I was hooked. Each character's voice is also compelling that I found myself instantly reaching for Google to identify the talented actors who are playing these voices. Some of them I've even seen previously in other Netflix films, so it's pretty good that I was able to kind of identify them. Now, as far as the episodes that kept me really engaged the most, honestly, you guys, I would say from start to finish, every single episode had me glued to the screen. There wasn't a single episode that I found boring or non-interesting. Particularly, I would say, though, episode 6 was my personal favorite. It delivers a perfect blend of heart-pounding action and emotionally charged drama. The animation and production in this episode, I feel, was peak. It was at its peak because it goes back and forth on Mizu's past and a life that she previously lived before she is trying to get revenge on this villain that is a part of the series, right? And it adds a layer of depth with her, what could have happened, and why she's at where she's at now. And I think it just really provided a lot for the story itself. And the way they reveal it, the way they weave it back and forth, it's like they have flashbacks, and then they also have her trying to reach this top of this castle to find the main villain so that she can seek out her revenge. And to me, it just really, to me, it was compelling. I felt like it was a perfect episode throughout the whole series. It was a 10 out of 10 for me, or a 5 out of 5, I guess you could say. Overall, I really don't have much to say about the negatives. Season 1 had me glued to the TV. And I would have to say, if this was just one nitpick, is that the very last episode, I expected something to happen to the main villain that doesn't necessarily happen. And at first I was a little let down by that, but then as soon as I see where the episode ends up going in the last minutes of the episode, it had me more intrigued to see what season 2 will bring. And it leaves you not so much with the cliffhanger, but more of until next time type of thing with the main villain and with Mizu. And I felt like it was a triumph for a first season of a Netflix show. It was as close as I could get to anime without being anime, if that makes sense. The animation's on point, you guys. And honestly, I would definitely recommend this. Now, before I give my final verdict, let me give you guys some of the actors that are on this show. Now, the show is created by Amber Noizumi and Michael Green. I hope I pronounced Amber's last name right. But it is voiced by Maya Erskine. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with her, she is coming out soon with a remake of the Mr. and Mrs. Smith that was previously made in the early 2000s with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It's going to be starring her. And I believe Mr. Smith is going to be played by Donald Glover. All right. Some other voices include George Takei, Masi Oka, Kari Haruki Tagawa, as well as Brenda Song. Haven't heard from her in a while. I remember her from some of the Disney Channel movies and series and whatnot. Darren Barnett, as well as Randall Park and Kenneth Branagh. That's just to name a few in the series, but I think that this show was well casted with the voices as well as the animation. Like I said, the violence, the gore, stuff to me just made for a very well crafted cartoon show. And I feel like the first season was superb, and I'm really intrigued to see what they do with season 2 and how they're going to address certain characters, as well as Mizu, where she's going to go with it, the villain, all of those things. And with that being said, I'm going to give this 5 flames out of 5, and it's going to get my signature JC Flames approved. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Please make sure you subscribe, hit that like and that notification bell to stay up to date. I really felt like a lot of people weren't talking about this show, or still aren't talking enough about this show on a lot of different channels. I haven't seen anything much. I know it's been getting rave reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and whatnot. And I just recently saw that before I was going to record this, which is crazy. But I really feel like a lot of people are not talking about this enough. So if you guys do get the chance, please go and check this out, especially if you're a fan of cartoon shows that are adult for mature audiences, have to do with the 17th century samurai period. You will definitely love it. And yeah, I can't say enough great things about it. I think it was perfect in my opinion. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know about some of the episodes. What was your favorite? Mine personally was episode 6. Let me know in the comments below. Again, my name is JC. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.